everyone worships something. We ascribe worth to something. The problem is that we are not always aware of what we're worshiping. And the result can be that we become lords of our tiny skull-sized kingdoms alone. So where do we go in all this? I wonder if the answer lies within the problem. We aren't always aware of what we're worshiping, and yet God invites us again and again to a table where everyone born has a place to what? To worship. And not just to worship anything, but to worship God. Evelyn Underhill is known for defining worship as the response of the creature to the eternal. To worship God is our way of responding to what is eternal. Mary and Joseph take Jesus to the temple to respond to the eternal, to orient their lives around the eternal God who has worth. They go to this place because public acts of worship remind them again and again, make them aware again and again, that of all the things in the world that they could give worth to, God is the one of ultimate worth. And so they go to celebrate their relationship to this worthy, eternal God and to celebrate the wonder and the mystery of the life that God's given them. We all worship something, and God invites us to worship God, to ascribe worth to God. Traditionally, Christians have gathered to worship on Sundays. And on the one hand, it's important to say that worship is not only what happens in a church building at a prescribed time like Sunday mornings. Worship is any time that we give worth to God, any time that we respond to the eternal. Worship is something that flows out of that ongoing relationship to God all the time. And at the same time, the experience of Mary and Joseph in the temple, I think, reveals something else, which is that worship forms community. Worship is not just completely solitary. At the temple, they run into Simeon, who's an old man. He's waited years for this moment to see the Christ child, to see God's light of salvation for all people. And when he sees Jesus, he praises God, and he blesses Mary and Joseph. And community forms. Through their worshiping, a community is formed.